Guy Mezger. I was born in Houston, raised in Dallas. I was the world full contact karate champion twice. I was a world kickboxing champion. I was the UFC light heavyweight champion, and I was the king of pancreas, which is the world shoot fighting title. And I was a professional boxer with undefeated record, and I had a 17-year-long career and 145 pro fights. And so the athlete is tested at all levels. It is a grueling sport. I had to find every advantage it took to be a better athlete because I was going against better athletes. You know, I was really going against guys that were technically better athletes. And so I said, how am I gonna do this? Well, one was knowledge. One was great nutrition. I was ahead of the game in nutrition, stuff like this. And now that I'm a retired athlete, I pass that knowledge on to my students, to my friends. I'm very in tune with my body. You know, I mean, I know when something's wrong. I can tell when I'm overtraining. I generally tell when I'm gonna get sick. My warm-ups are probably harder than most people's workouts, you know, they've ever done in their entire life. Aerobic training is working out with an oxygen. So basically, if you're working out at a level where you can talk, you're in an aerobic state, okay? If you are in an anaerobic state, that's working without oxygen. Basically what it is you work out so hard, like you know, fighting or whatever it is, or sprinting or whatever it is, that you burn up the oxygen in your body quicker than you can bring it back in, okay? And that's why you get fatigued. On an athletic level, because I also consider myself somewhat of an athlete too, because I still climb in the ring, I still spar, I still do these things on a regular basis. By producing, you know, by having more oxygen, there's less cell death. And with less cell death, that means your athletes can train harder, they can train fight, they can do better. And that's great. My students, 90% of them are normal people. In fact, they have an abnormal activity they do after work. But they're lawyers and doctors and construction workers and moms and you name it. They come from all walks of life. And this is a product that'll help them out a great deal. I mean, at our gym, we are getting away. We put a big expensive water filter in, and the only bottled water that's going to be in there is Evolve. And you know, like I said to anybody, you know, it's basically it's a $2 bottle. And people are going to be looking at a $2 bottle, since a $2 bottle of water is usually a liter. They'll be looking at that, and you know, and I have to explain, you're not buying water. You're buying what's in the water. The water is your transportation device. I try to explain that to people. They don't quite get it. They go, it's water. I go, it's not water. I mean, I try to go, okay, when you go to a moving company, you're not buying the moving truck. You're buying the service that takes you from one place to the other place. The truck is part of the deal. And that's what the water is. The water's part of the deal. It's your transportation. It's what's in the water that's going to do it. Before I took the product, I read the research. And this is phenomenal. I mean, the thing that excited me a lot about when I delved in some of the research here is the idea of having your body have more oxygen in it, you know, and on a cellular level. It's phenomenal. When you first take Evolve, you will notice an immediate effect. Now the effect is, you know, is an alertness, and I think people that today, you know, you got to be kind of, I'm cautious about, you know, being so excited about the alertness because I'm not a big caffeine freak, you know, and I know most people are, and you know, and that's kind of a sad thing about today is that our adrenal glands are so burned out with bad food and not sleep and all this, you know, crummy lifestyle that people really, lack of better terms, medicate themselves with lots of caffeine. Caffeine in the morning, caffeine in the afternoon, caffeine, you know. I know people that drink caffeine before they go to bed. Usually because my day, like especially on my long days, around 7 o'clock, I'm beat. And I just added the Evolve. I would drink it either at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, you know, within that time period. And I noticed I had a lot more energy. And it's great because the more energy I have, the more contagious I am to my students. You know, the energy level is contagious to them. And so, you know, I noticed that I had, you know, like I did not have the same worn out feeling. And on my intense workouts, there's 2 workouts a week that I really put it on hard. I noticed that I wasn't wiped out the same. I mean, I was fatigued, but usually I'd be like fatigued and like, you know, all right, it's time to go home, take my hour-and-a-half nap and get back to work. And I didn't have to do that. And that's what I found. That's what I really found amazing. I thought that was a big difference. This is something that makes your body work better for itself. This is kind of unique because I'm actually getting involved with it. I'm excited about the idea. I've never formally endorsed a product for money. I think that this product is going to make a huge difference. The reason I became a distributor is simply like this, is that I want my family to have this product. I want my friends to have this product. I want people that I care about to have it. It's not so much about making money for me on this thing. It's more about what I can do for people that I touch, the lives I touch. You know, my family, my children, my students. You know, these are the people that I want to have involved with this, and hopefully, that they'll, instead of just buying it at my gym, they get it themselves. They get it shipped to their house and kind of take it on.